Beautiful spot. Morning all, back on the canal. Didn't really have much planned today, got a little bit of bait left over. I woke up quite early this morning like I always do. So I thought, oh, why not, let's go and use this bit of bait up. So I've come to a different part on the canal. I've never fished this stretch at all before. I did walk this one a few Sundays ago, and I saw some clonking rudd. So you never know, we might get a rudd out, that'd be great. But the sun's going to be out shortly, so it's still quite early. Using the same tactics, got one feeder rod and one float rod. The only thing different today is I've got someone with me today that doesn't come with me, so it's a bit of a test. So we've got Fred. Fred, what's this? Yeah, Fred's just watching my rods and my float. He's pretty good, he's a pointer. He's not exactly pointing at the minute. I'm sure he will at some point. So yeah, see how it goes in a new location. Might throw some surprises up, you never know, or I might blank. I will get back to you shortly. I've just had my first fish. Not quite what I was expecting. Thought it was a rudd. But it's an okay perch. Well, that wasn't a bad start. In the swim I've never fished before, first cast on the feeder rod. Nice little perch. I was just chucking balls of ground bait on the spot, and I think as soon as the ground bait hit the water, my rod just bent straight around. Thought, oh, this is great. And look, saw it in the water. I thought it was a nice rudd to start off with, but I'll take a perch that size, probably about 3/4 pound. So it's a good start. Fred didn't really know what to make of it. He's still watching my rod tips. Doing a good job there, Fred. You gonna say hello? You gonna say hello? Who's that? No? So far he hasn't been a pain in the butt. Well, the sun's coming out now. Getting a bit brighter, still a bit of cloud in the air. I think it's going to be a warm one today. The rangers of the canal have done a good job here with clearing out a few swims. It's nice and tidy, it's not muddy at all. Grass is nice and short, it's a nice little swim. So 10 out of 10 for the rangers. I take it's the rangers that do this sort of thing and not the club. But yeah, it's comfortable, it's nice. Had a few roach on the float, getting the odd bite, which is good, it's keeping me interested. Fred's just still staring at me rod tips. He's not being a pain in the ass at all at the minute, which is nice. It means in the future I might be able to bring him a bit more without having to drop him off at my mum's first and then go and pick him up. It's all a bit of running around, but it's nice to have your dog with you. So far so good. Little skimmer. Give it a nice little nice little fight. What do you think, Freddie? Hey, good boy. Stay there. Let's get him back in the water. Well, I've just had the pleasure of talking to a nice gentleman carrying a white beard. Looked pretty cool. He was fly fishing, and he's just shown me a picture that he's had of a lovely rudd, easily over £2. I'm just starting to catch rudd now, nothing like that one, but I think they're in my swim now. Getting bites really regularly, which is nice. Pulling in some little roach. But I'd love to see one of these £2 rudd. That would make my day. Keeping the bait trickling in, it seems to be keeping the fish here. Nothing of any real size yet. Hopefully that might change. Well, the wind's died down a little bit now, which is nice. It's not blowing a hoolie. Oh. Another little perch. Little tacker. No, Fred. You can't have it.
We alright, yeah?
Yeah, you're fine.
Is he fish alarm, is he?
He hasn't budged, he's just stayed staring at me rods, which is good. I thought he might be a pain in the bum, but he's been alright today.
Watching them fish for you.
Yeah.
Got myself another little perch. Well, I say little. It's a decent size. Another skimmer, are you, Fred? Come here then. Come here. What is it? You giving it a kiss? You silly boy. No, leave it. Good boy. No, leave it. Well, it's 11:45 now. Starting to run low on maggots. Probably got about half a pint left. Still getting bites on the float. I've had quite a few fish on the float today. Nothing's been of any size really, apart from a couple of skimmers, a couple of nice perch. The rudd have been quite small today, all the roach have been quite small. It's been nice to be catching them, getting bites on the float. Fred's been good as gold. He's still, let me show you, he's still in his same spot. He likes it there. Fred, can you say hello? Fred, what's this? Here, look. Say hello. Still no sign of any tench. I don't expect to catch one now, not this time of the day. It's quite bright. Haven't seen any blows or any sign of them, or fizzers, as Nathan likes hearing me say it. It's still nice to get a big rudd though. Still got a bit of time left. Probably gonna give it an hour or so. I know my mate's gonna be fishing at some point, so whether I'll sit with him for a bit and keep him company.
I've been trying a few different weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Right, well I think my session's probably going to come to an end now. I've got very few maggots left. I've had quite a few fish today. Not all have been on film obviously, because a lot of them have been small ones. Lots of roach, a few few rudd, nothing of any size. It's been very enjoyable. It's a nice spot. I'm definitely going to come back here and do an evening session, because I think this place just looks really nice, and I think there's tents to be had here. I know I haven't had one today, but it's really the wrong conditions. I think it's a bit bright, wrong time of the day now, but yeah, definitely going to come back and give this an evening session. I think it'll be pretty good. Hopefully maybe try and get one of these rudd as well. I know they're in here, I've seen them. Guy had one today on the fly, you know, nearly over £2 he reckons. Certainly something that I'd like to catch. So I know Kevin, my mate Kevin from Bristol, he's down today. I think he's at Wesley just setting up. So I might pack my gear up and go and visit Kevin for an hour or so and see what he's up to. Maybe buy a couple of beers on the way and have a can of beer with him, and see if we can film Kevin catch anything. But today with Fred has been brilliant. I was a bit nervous about bringing him, but Fred has not moved from that position all day. It's good as go, don't you, Fred? You want to come again? Fred? Sweet. Freddy! Totally focused on my rods. Who needs bite alarms? Anyway, let's pack up and go and see Kevin. So I just left Kevin. I just got in the car, got half a mile down the road, and he rings me back up.
I thought you were still in the car.
Nice tench by the looks of it, on the float.
On the sweet corn.
Sweet corn. Sweet corn then.
Oh no.
It's not a 6-pounder. Good to move.
Yeah. That's on a £3 bottom as well, so
Nice.
it's been a bit wary.
What a mate. Worth coming back for. So Kev, not deciding very long ago to change swim.
Yeah.
Moved down a bit further into some shaded area by the trees. Would it take you, what, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, about 20 minutes.
20
and,
minutes?
Switch to sweet corn.
And oosh. What a mate.